The third way to solve quadratic equation is by using a quadratic formula. If ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. But why? Where is that formula coming from? Here we have a quadratic equation of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now we're going to solve for x by completing the square. Make sure that your leading coefficient is equal to 1 when you complete the square. So we're going to divide the whole equation by a. So we have x squared plus b over ax plus c over a is equal to 0. Next, we're going to separate a constant. X squared plus b over ax is equal to negative c over a. In order to complete the square, we want to take the term that's in front of the x, divide it by 2, then square it. So we have b over 2a squared. On the right side, we're going to add the same amount, b over 2a squared. Now let's complete the square. On the left side, we have x plus b over 2a quantity squared is equal to, let's simplify the right side a little bit, b over 2a squared, that's the same thing as b squared over 4a squared. So looking at the two fractions, negative c over a plus b squared over 4a squared, the common denominator between these two fractions are 4a squared. And we're going to multiply 4a onto c, so 4ac plus b squared. Now, rewriting the order of this fraction, we have b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Now let's solve for x by taking a square root on both sides. So we're left with x plus b over 2a is equal to plus minus of a square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Let's subtract the b over 2a on both sides. So we're left with x is equal to negative b over 2a plus minus b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Then simplifying this radical a little bit, we have square root of b squared minus 4ac all over square root of 4a squared. That's the same thing as a 2a. Now notice we have 2a in here, 2a in here. Now we can combine those two fractions together with the common denominator of 2a. On the numerator, we have negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. That's equal to x. So here we've proven a quadratic formula using completing the square. So in this problem, we'll be using a quadratic formula to solve for x. You're given x squared minus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. First, define your ABCs. A is the leading coefficient, so that's 1. B is equal to negative 2. And then C is equal to negative 6. So using a quadratic formula, we have x is equal to negative b, so that's negative 2, makes it positive 2, plus minus square root of b squared, so that's negative 2 squared, again that's 4, minus 4ac all over 2a. 2 times 1 is just 2. So the rest is the simplifying. 2 plus minus square root of 4 plus 24 all over 2, making it 2 plus minus square root of 28 all over 2. Square root of 28 can be rewritten as square root of 4 times square root of 7. So that comes out as 2 root 7. So we have 2 plus minus 2 square root of 7 all over 2. Simplify. 1 plus minus square root of 7 would be the answer to this question. Another problem using a quadratic formula. We have 2x squared plus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. Just like in the previous problem, we're going to define our ABCs. In this case, our A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3, and C is equal to negative 6. Now let's plug into the formula. We have x is equal to negative b, so that's negative 3 plus minus b squared, that's 9, minus 4ac all over 2a, which is 4. Now let's simplify. X is equal to negative 3 plus minus square root of 9. Minus times minus is a positive. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 6 is equal to 48. All over 4. We have negative 3 plus minus square root of 57 all over 4. Square root of 57 cannot be simplified any further, so that would be our final answer. X is equal to negative 3 plus minus square root of 57 all over 4.